The University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines believes that the future lies in their learners who can be proud of the US Orientation. At USTP, academic courses and extracurricular activities complement each other to develop and produce students that are skilled and competitive in the fields of science, technology, engineering, agriculture, mathematics, innovation, communication, and research. This has been the institution's vision since it sprouted from its humble beginnings. In 1927, Misamis Oriental Trade School, MOTS, was built at Del Mar Street, now known as Don Apolinar Vela Street, where Misamis Oriental General Comprehensive High School currently stands. After the Second World War, the school had to be transferred from Vela Street to the present location at Lapasan. After 25 years, Republic Act No. 672 transformed MOTS into Mindanao School of Arts and Trades, MSAT, in June 20, 1952, with Isabelo Sarmiento as its first superintendent, while Isabelo Gatchalian stayed as the secondary level principal. MSAT then started opening its doors to enrollees who were interested in taking up the two-year trade technical curriculum.
First time I came over here, hapit na ko back out. Kay the way the school campus appeared, mas backward pa compared to an elementary school in Zamboanga City. Pero this is a challenge. The students at that time were called Alimpuyaw.
8 years later, MSAT was renamed as Misamis Oriental School of Arts and Trades, or MOSAT. MOSAT went back to its former name, the MSAT, and in 1970, MSAT was given the leverage to offer the programs in industrial education in addition to the two-year trade technical, three-year secondary and evening opportunity programs. The Academe offered such programs until the 10th of June, year 1978, when it was converted through Presidential Decree 1431 into Don Mariano Marcos Memorial Polytechnic State College, a name it kept in the succeeding 13 years. By 1979, DMM MPSC has expanded with 6 satellite campuses established in strategic places in northern Mindanao, namely Alubihid, Medina, Initaw, Mambahaw, Tangub, and Panaon. Years 1979 to 1989 saw the construction of educational centers, the trades building, cafeteria, athletic oval, and the drainage system at the Lapasan campus. On August 5, 1991, DMM MPSC became the renowned Mindanao Polytechnic State College, MPSC.
Cagayan de Oro colleges and universities were not producing the right kind of graduate. And so we had to concentrate on science and technology.
In March 1997, MPSC made its mark as the #1 engineering school in the country, having performed exceptionally in the ECE licensure examinees for the past 4 years. On February 6, 2006, Dr. Ricardo E. Rotoras, a homegrown product of the institution, was appointed as the 5th president. Under his leadership, the institution attained Level 4 status, the highest distinction in the SUC leveling conducted by the DBM, CHED, and the Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges in 2007. On January 7, 2009, former President Gloria Arroyo signed RA 9519, an act converting MPSC to Mindanao University of Science and Technology, MUST. Under the strong leadership of Dr. Ricardo E. Rotoras, coupled with the institution's unrelenting pursuit for quality education, the home of the Alimpuyaw became one of the leading providers of advanced education required for global competitiveness. The population of the students and faculty grew. State-of-the-art infrastructure and laboratories were constructed to cater to the growing demands for quality education. Local and international linkages to agencies and institutions were forged and strengthened. Amidst the rapid growth and challenges of the time, MUST has maintained its Level 4 status a state university since 2007 and continues to be one of the 19 leading state universities in the Philippines. 42 kilometers northeast of Cagayan de Oro City is Claveria, Misamis Oriental, the place where the former Misamis Oriental State College of Agriculture and Technology, MOSCAT, is located. USTP Claveria campus started as the Claveria Municipal High School in 1963 with a modest 165 students and 5 teachers under the leadership of its first administrator, the late Mr. Romeo Abilo. In 1967, it was converted to Claveria National Rural High School, CNRHS, by virtue of RA 3781, and in June 1983, Batas Pambansa 402 converted the high school to Misamis Oriental State College of Agriculture and Technology, or MOSCAT, with Mr. Arsenio B. Gonzalez as its first president. Over the years, unprecedented improvements took place in the form of grants providing more facilities and machinates, buildings, and faculty training local and abroad. The establishment of the model farm, showcasing sustainable upland farming technologies, local and international linkages were strengthened, and the accreditation of the existing academic programs. On February 11, 2011, Dr. Rosalito A. Carino was elected the 4th college president and the 8th administrator.
In academic industry collaboration, the university wanted to focus solely on science and technology so that we can address the need of scientists and engineers, technologists, agriculturists in this area.
That university that will focus and will give emphasis to science and technology will be the University of Science and Technology in the Philippines in Cagayan de Oro City.
As early as 2011, when the former MUST was still a new university, the advocacy for a bill to transform the institution into a national university for science and technology was already conceptualized. CHED pronounced the need to amalgamate the SUCs and combine strengths in order to pursue common goals. Various fora were held in Region 10 to present the amalgamation idea to the SUCs. The MUST, together with MOSCAT, led by Dr. Rosalito A. Carino, were the only two who responded to this call. Thus, the USTP bill advocacy was born, the product of long years of analysis and deep understanding of the Philippine higher education sector, and the result of a steadfast desire to contribute to the public higher education reform. It was a brave move towards the unknown with a strong faith to succeed. On August 16, 2016, the Republic Act 10919, establishing the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, realized this long-dreamt of National University of Science and Technology here in Mindanao. USTP's presence in the gateway to Mindanao is expected to boost and maximize the demographic advantages of the island. It is anchored on its framework to contribute to the economic development of the country by directly contributing to human resources through education, technology solutions, through research, and technology enterprises through contributions to the society. The USTP, through its future technopark and government centers strategically located in Lourdes, Alubihid, portend to stimulate inclusive growth and sustainable development in this part of rural Philippines and to contribute significantly to the national development goals. Indeed, the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines has gone a long way, evolving from a technological vocational school and a municipal high school to a National University of Science and Technology, a nationally recognized science and technology university providing the vital link between education and the economy. This is our vision. This is USTP.
In 2014, the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, then known as the Mindanao University of Science and Technology, was chosen by USAID Stride to be one of the handpicked universities in the country to pioneer the development of career centers under its guidance and mentorship. Over the years, Stride has been productive and successful in its mission and has partnered with over 27 pioneer universities, colleges, and campuses in different parts of the country. These career centers provide essential support and professional development to more than 222,000 Filipino college students annually. As the USAID Stride project formally closes this year, the USTP community gives honor to the organization for its overwhelming support in helping the university attain its vision to be a nationally recognized science and technology university, providing the vital link between education and the economy by producing career-ready graduates with the right knowledge, skills, and mindsets ready to face the dynamic world of work.
As an academic institution, we understand that part of the role is to prepare the students to the world of work. Now, we thank USAID Stride for partnering with us in establishing the Career Center in the university.
The journey with the USAID Stride Career Center program started 2014 when Dr. Jeffrey Milligan, the consultant from Florida State University, visited us, and he was floating the idea of establishing a career center here in our university. Came back with Dr. Jeff Garis. Dr. Jeff Garis was the former director of Career Center in Florida State University and Penn State University. So Dr. Garis presented to us the program, the whole program of Career Center and the services. The opportunity to travel to the US and to really experience firsthand the services of the Career Center. What really a Career Center is was really noteworthy, and it was also inspiring and at the same time challenging. If we're going to have these programs and services in the US and we're going to bring it in the Philippines, it will really give a lot of impact to the society, to the community. When we really talk about Career Center, it's really about career development, total career development for the students. Career development involves career decision, and it also involves career opportunities, and at the same time, linkages with industry. When we create programs for the students, we also have to take into consideration that our students will really decide for their career goal, for their career path, and at the same time, give them an opportunity for them to discover if this is the right career for me. Give them an opportunity to link with different industries or companies, or give them an opportunity to discover that they can be an entrepreneur.
Career Center helped me to put myself out there career-wise. I remembered attending their event, the career networking event last December, and we had a mock interview. We had a interview with the hiring managers, so that was really fun and also insightful as a potential job seeker. So we really had so much to learn for that event.
Career Center really helped me to discover myself even more. I have been involved into their various fun and purposeful activities such as seminars, workshops, webinars, and trainings where I got to assess myself even more. There was an unprecedented moment happen, which is the start of COVID-19 pandemic, because knowing that our OJT or that our internship program will be done online. So it was a huge question as to what are we going to do and such, but Career Center helped us to, or they strive their best to help us secure internship opportunities as well as help us start with the basics. And oriented us the work ethics, how to increase our effectivity and productivity in the workspace online, and also improve our interpersonal skills at the same time. They did not just give us the opportunity to network ourselves to the future industries that they have partnered, as well as molded us, inspired us, and strengthened us to transition confidently by creating a dynamic space through the process of skill preparedness and self-discovery.
Professional development has always been a part of our mission. And fortunately, USTP's Career Center has been a partner with that mission. And the USTP Career Center has created programs that helps to solve this mismatch in the industry and the academe. These programs include career readiness programs. They also have on-the-job training. We even have faculty immersions and other programs that give students and even educators exposure to the IT industry.
The company has long been a partner of USTP Career Center. We were able to deploy a number of engineering and technology-related course graduates. With the help of the Career Center, we were able to reach out to the school's students and alumni more effectively and efficiently.
I think we, in a sense, the corporation contributed into bridging the perceived gap by being actively involved in designing of the curriculum in terms of being able to employ who were studying in the school, particularly USTP. So in general, I think we were able to do our share. I'm actually very excited that it has come to this already, this point, wherein both academe and industry are now partners and are now working together, especially during this time when we have a pandemic. And then we now have to change directions again in order for us to adapt into the situation we are in.
Actually, I could say that the Career Center has been with me all the way. So back in 2014, when the university was still organizing the Career Center, I happened to be one of the student representatives to share to the Career Center about my dreams and the dream career I'd like to have. So in 2015, I happened to land my internship at a world-class company in Cavite, still because of another event that was facilitated by the Career Center. I graduated in 2016, and although I was preparing for the board exam, I also participated in the job fair organized by the Career Center, and it actually helped me prepare my resumes and prepare myself in facing job career interviews. We live in a very competitive world. I think that opportunities favor those who are prepared. We have to be prepared academically, we have to be prepared socially, mentally, and most of all, spiritually. For those preparations, Career Center can be a good partner for us to jumpstart our career.
I can think of two important lessons that Career Center has taught me. First is to be confident in yourself and to believe in yourself and all the capabilities that you have done. Because after immersing to different activities that the Career Centers have held during my college days, I have realized that I am really into this career path that I am taking, which is the telecommunications world. And I can tell you that in this vast world, there will be a certain institution or a company that is really in need of your passion and your profession.
And it was a very great experience because we were able to experience firsthand how it feels to be interviewed by different companies. And I think that is a very wonderful experience, especially for us when we were still graduating students at that time.
I am thankful to the Career Center for allowing me to realize these values. That is to persevere and to be grateful. For these values molded me to become a better teacher here in the United States.
There's a lot that the Career Center is providing, but specifically, I would say that what helped me a lot is about the personal development side of things. Now, as an entrepreneur, my job is to make sure I empower other people and find a way on how I can create an environment for my team to find a better version of themselves.
The USTP continues and expand its services through its career centers. We wanted that all of our campuses will have these career centers. This administration has pursued the expansion already last year from CDO to its other campuses in the USTP system. So with the guidance of the USAID Stride, USTP Career Center was awarded last year
if you're working with people who have the same goal, have the same passion, and they're really committed, I think your programs will become sustainable.
As the USTP System President, I would like to therefore extend the university's heartfelt gratitude to the USAID Stride for having confidence in the USTP's capabilities in terms of conducting and implementing initiatives in the fields of science, technology, research, and innovation.
Thank you, Career Centers.
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 Thank you, Career Center.
Thank you, Career Centers.
Thank you, Career Center, and thank you, USAID.
Thank you, Career Center. And thank you, USTP.
The Career Services and Government Industry Community Relations Office of the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines System commits to continue the good works spearheaded by the USAID Stride by focusing on the goal to address the country's issue on jobs mismatch, as well as supporting each trailblazer in realizing their career goals. Thank you, Career Center. Thank you, USAID.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Heavenly Father, the fount of all goodness and grace, the cause of wisdom, the source of intelligence, we welcome you, O Lord, to this meaningful gathering of your beloved, who continuously give you thanks for every opportunity to learn something new and become fruitful to the works of your creation. May we find bliss in today's session and become more productive children and co-creators of the earth. This we ask and pray through Christ the Lord. Amen.
Good morning to our trailblazers across the USTP system. I am Zaira from the Career Center and Industry Relations Office of Cagayan de Oro campus. This morning, is a very special session, and what makes it special is because we are also joined by our parents of our trailblazers. So our huge gratitude and appreciation to all the parents watching us live on our official Facebook page at USTP Career Center. Later in our program, there will be a special talk to you, our dear parents, on your role as your child will be having his or her OJT program. So to all our parents who are tuning with us, just sit back and relax. Now, to set our mood for this morning, maybe some of you just woke up or naapabay uban nga wala pa nakapamahaw, we will have first our icebreaker. We call this icebreaker the Gen Z slang. Now, this is very timely since, again, as mentioned, we are joined by our dear parents. Basin ay mga parents, nga natingala kung unsa naman ning ginastorya sa ako ang anak, ma'am. So so today let's get to know our millennials, our trending, what's the new trend for this generation, no? So again, we will be flashing series of acronyms, and we will give you 5 seconds to answer each of the acronyms. So just keep on guessing. Our tech team will assist your answers, no? So to start with our icebreaker, which is the Gen Z slang, may I request our tech team to please flash our first word. All right, for our first acronym, we have AFAIC. So what does AFAIC means, or the AFAIK? So please do comment your guesses, no, on our comment section to be, ayun, ano ba tayo mga guesses from our comment section? As we have from Mr. Homer, as far as I know, any guesses pa, guys? So we are expecting a lot, no? A lot for this session because we are joined by our USTP system students, no, across the 8 campuses of USTP. We also have from Miss Jod, no, as far as I know, Mr. Jacob, as far as I know. So tech team, what does AFAIK means, or AFAIK? Can you please reveal it? As far as I know. All right. Thank you very much for those who guessed our first acronym right now. All right. For our second word, we have FR. So what does FR means? Maski ako nung as young as I am, dili naman ko familiar aning mga acronyms, no? So again, we also again from Mr. Homer, for real. Is it for real, tech team? From Kitty Perry. All right, we are joined internationally, no? FR means for real. So congratulations for those who guessed the word right. For our next word, we have FYP. What does FYP mean? Can I see some guesses from the comment section? Also, no, again, please do invite your parents to tune in with us this morning. We have from Mr. Markim, For You page. Again, any other guesses? What does FYP? We have from Miss Zine, For You page. Tech team, is it For You page ang FYP? Can you reveal the answer? For your page. Hapit na yun to siya, guys. No, it's for your page. All right. Thank you very much. Again, for our next word, we have NGL. What does NGL means? Any guesses from our viewers? NGL. So what does NGL mean? We have from Mr. Matthew, Not Gonna Lie. Any more guesses from Miss May, Not Gonna Lie? Does NGL means Not Gonna Lie, tech team? Can you please reveal the answer? NGL means Not Gonna Lie. You guessed it right. So congratulations. For our next word, we have SKL. For our next word, we have SKL. So I'm sure no na uban ani mga parents nga makarelate sa man mga SKL, ma'am. No? So for SKL, what does SKL mean? From Rex, we have share ko lang. Any more guesses? We have from Miss Ella, share ko lang. Mr. Romel, share ko lang. Is it share ko lang, tech team? For SKL, we have ayun, share ko lang. Congratulations. Grabe, gini ka master ang ato ang Gen Z, no? For our next acronym, we have ICYMI. So for our next word, it's ICYMI. So what does ICYMI means? Again, no, huge shout out sa ato ang Trailblazers from Oroqueta, Panaon, Balubal, Hasaan, Claveria, no, and of course, Cagayan de Oro. So in case you missed it from Mr. Gerard, from Miss Rory. In case you missed it, mo pa diyang guess. So is it in case you missed it, tech team? Ayun, ICYMI means in case you missed it. Grabe, nagyod ni mga shortcut, no? Alright, for moving on to our next word, we have IMO. Is this IMO or emo? Natanawa, nagyod ni si ma'am, no? Magdili naman ni part si ma'am sa Gen Z, yung makarelate. So what does IMO means? Ayun, we have again from Mr. Homer, in my opinion. Any more guesses from the crowd? From Mr. Kiano, in my opinion. So, does IMO means in my opinion, tech team? Ayun, IMO stands for in my opinion. Again, congratulations for those who guessed that right. For our next acronym, we have ROFL. So what does ROFL mean? Murag duha ra gyud to ang ako ang natagna ganina, guys. So unsa ka ning ROFL? So any guesses? We have from Mr. Gerard, rolling on the floor laughing. We have again kang Sir Gerard, no. Sige, gusto ko di Sir Gerard ang rolling on the floor laughing. So ROFL, tech team, what does this mean? ROFL stands for rolling on the floor laughing. Congratulations. Congratulations to those who guessed that right. All right, for our next word, we have NGL. Mura gibalik na ni siya, tech team, no? Let's proceed to our next word. I think this is not gonna lie. So for our, ayun, not gonna lie. For our next word, tech team, please. Gibalik na po ding SKL, no? So, ayun, this one. ISTG. So, what does ISTG stands for? ISTG. From our comment section. Guys, no? Let's see. Kinsay makaguess? We have from Miss Zine, I swear to God. Ayun. Is this I swear to God, tech team? ISTG stands for I swear to God. You guess the word again. No? Okay, let's move on to FOMO. Is this FOMO or FUMU? So what does FOMO mean? Right, let's see some answers from our students. From Mr. Janelle, fear of missing out. So is this fear of missing out, tech team? Can you reveal, please? Ayun, it's fear of missing out. All right, for our next word, we have YOLO. Murag familiar ko ani, murag makatagna ko aning YOLO. No? Okay, guys, what does YOLO mean? YOLO stands for, we have from Mr. Junel again, you only live once. Is this you only live once? Tech team, please. We also have from Mr. Matthew, you only live once. Ayun, you only live once, correct. All right, moving on to our next word. TBH. What does TBH means? Again, guys, what does TBH means? Ulba kay niya itong Gen Z, no? Daghan kay silag mga Gen Z slang. Ayun, we have from Mr. Danilo, to be honest. Any more guesses? Miss Eden, to be honest. Is it to be honest, tech team? Does TBH stands for to be honest? Ayun, to be honest. Congratulations. All right, moving to our next word. We have the TGIF, and I believe this will be our last acronym. So what does TGIF means, guys? From Mr. Jacob, 3 brown horse. Ayun, murag wala may B, no, Mr. Jacob. Again, from Miss Maurice, we have Thank God It's Friday. So is it Thank God It's Friday, Tech Team? Miss Crisanta? All right. It's thanks God it's Friday. So again, congratulations to those who guessed our acronyms right, no? And thank you very much for all your engagements. Really hope nga nakamata patong katulgon kay, no? And of course, katong wala pa nakakaon, you may grab your snacks, you may grab your breakfast, and just tune in with us, no? So just sit back and learn together with us this morning session. Now, to officially welcome us all, may I call in our Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation, Engineer Alex L. Marial, for his welcome remarks.
To the Director of Career Center, Industry Relations, Ms. Larife de la Rama. Of course, to our MC this morning, Ms. Saira. We also have April Marie Rosales, our Career Services Head, and the staff of the Career Center, aspiring students for the on-the-job training, our their parents, good morning. Maayong buntag sa tanan. I have a favorite saying that says, the more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. This is really true since what you have learned in theory in the classroom will be complemented and supplemented by what you will learn during your OJT experience. Because learning cannot be achieved unless it is put into action or into application. And this is to ensure that skills have been mastered and perform the task associated with the job role. And in few days, you will be in your assigned office as an OJTs. And please, keep the best experience and learnings. Your on-the-job training is very important to prepare you in the real world of work, to upgrade your skills, and to take on challenges for a job in a real or close to real working environment. However, it is not all about knowledge and skills that you will share during your OJT or what you will learn during your OJT, but the positive attitude towards work that you will develop during this time. Having a positive attitude in the workplace will be of great help to be motivated and productive at your work. Well, based on my experience as an OJT 24 years ago during the time of MPEC, there is no career center that took care of us. The guidance needed, which is very important in having on-the-job training. However, despite of limitations of the school during that time, we were still successful and be able to carry out all the responsibilities by taking initiatives to connect to industries. This is how attitude matters. As a matter of fact, industries prefer OJTs from MPEC and not from other schools because of the students' attitude. Ngun pa nila, mga buutan kuno kayo ang mga taga Don Mariano or MPEC. So for now, you are all fortunate enough to be guided well and benefited from the programs of the Career Center. You will be enlightened to which path or career that rather choose to be grateful of the opportunities given to you. And just to impress in your mind that attitude really matter, because in life, there are many situations where knowledge and skills fails, but attitude can still handle. Thank you ug maayong buntag sa tanan.
All right, thank you very much to our dynamic Vice Chancellor Engineer Alex L. Morial. Now, no, for our students tuning with us this morning, we just want to announce that we will have our raffle draw later, not later in our program. So kindly please register on the registration link found pinned on our comment section. Again, please do register to our registration link for you to win for you to get a chance to win a 100 peso worth of load cards. All right, now to keep the ball rolling, our our first topic would be, dear interns, how to prepare for your OJT. I know that you are all excited to start your OJT program, but before that, we will have this OJT orientation exclusively for you, our dear students. And ayun, so to keep the ball rolling, allow me to introduce to you our first speaker. She graduated Bachelor of Science in Psychology at Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan and a licensed psychometrician. She is currently taking up her master's in the same university. She is a former human resource practitioner at Universal Robina Corporation for 5 years, handling recruitment, employee relations, and learning and development. She is an instructor of the Understanding the Self subject under the Social Science Department, and also the head of the Career Center, focusing on student-centered programs and services. Everyone, let's give it up for Miss April Marie Alexis Rosales.
Hi, Zai. Hello, can you hear me and can you see me well?
Yes, Miss April, loud and audible.
All right, so let me just share my screen for a while. All right. Ayan, can everybody see my screen already? All right. Ayan, and let me just... Okay. And... Ayan. So makita na siya. Ayan. I hope. Ayan, Zai, can you confirm?
Yes,
Ayan. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So hello, everyone. And again, thank you, Zai, for introducing me. All right. No, so for the next 45 minutes or so, allow me to have a discussion with you, no, all incoming practicumers in our OJT orientation entitled Dear Intern, How to Prepare for Your OJT. Ayan, so we will be discussing the do's and don'ts of your on-the-job training, and also how you can make the most out of your OJT. So this orientation is actually under the Career Skills and Life Talk series of the Career Center. All right? So let me just fix my screen ha, because it's naglag siya. Ayan. Okay. Okay. And ayan. All right. So I hope everyone can see my screen well. Okay, so as introduced by Zai, no, by our energetic host, Ms. Zaira, I'm April Rosales, and I'm part of the Career Center of the USTP CDO. So before I was part of the USTP family, I worked as an HR, no, in one of the manufacturing plants here in the country, and I was assigned at El Salvador Misamis Oriental. And looking back, I was really excited, no, kung mudawat mig mga OJT sa planta. I remember before we accept interns and practicumers, no, from the BS in Electromechanical Technology, gakuha gyud mi sa COT na mga program courses, as well as students, no, from our BS in Food Technology, as well as BS in chemistry in my previous, no, nga trabaho, because it was a food manufacturing plant, and it's really fascinating to see them immersed in the workplace. So today I'm very excited, no, para sa inyo ha, because this coming summer you will get a glimpse of what it is like to be working in the real world of work. And so to prepare you guys, no, for how to become OJT ready, how you conduct yourself in the workplace. This is why we are giving to you this OJT orientation. So these are our talking points, no, that we will be tackling this morning. So first, we will define unsa dining OJT, just so you will understand and appreciate ang importance aning practicum para sa inyong whole academic experience. Next, we'll also talk about the current events that is in line with your OJT. Then, now that we know the current events, what can we do to level up and be prepared for our immersion or our practicum? And lastly, I will be wrapping up my talk by sharing to you how you can make this academic experience more meaningful, no, and value adding in your academic life. All right, so let's get started. Unsa dining OJT? So basically, guys, OJT is a type of experiential learning, no, often used in jobs that involves hands-on work or that use specialized equipments. Basically, it involves a combination of observing others and also doing hands-on experience sa workplace. So basically, once you go to your workplace para sa inyong OJT, ang inyong yung main task dito is really to observe how the work is being done in the actual real setting work environment, as well as you will be having the opportunity to be hands-on sa pag trabaho adto nga mga work tasks. And we believe that through OJT, through doing hands-on, through exposure sa inyo and immersion sa mga trabaho that is related to your program, it will be more of an effective way of learning. Experiential learning is really an effective way of learning because you will get direct experience on how to do things, on how to work in the real world of work that is aligned with your program core. So example, if you are a student right now sa EMT, and you will be deployed in a planta bakaha, expect that you will get firsthand, you will see a preview on how it is to operate a machine. Of course, with you will be supervised by someone in the plant, and if you're lucky enough, they will also allow you to operate the machine. Pero again, with the supervision of someone who is really working there. So, di ba, kung hands-on ta, mas makasabot ta. So, this is basically the gist of what an OJT is. It is an experiential learning. All right? Also, the purpose of your OJT is really to prepare you for your position once you graduate from the world of from college rather, and you would want to take an employee rather na career, di ba? Of course, as we all know, in the university, we drive at you taking into consideration to become a technopreneur, or also starting your own business. But if you choose to work in a company, the OJT is a step for you to prepare yourself kung unsa ba di ay gyud ang working in the real life setting. So when your OJT is complete, you should be able to at least get an idea kung in-ani na di ay ang pagtrabaho. So pag graduate na ko, dili na kay ko ma-culture shock because I have my OJT experience with me. I was able to get a teaser or a glimpse of what it is in working in the real world of work. All right? So I hope we got that out of the way. No? Now we now know unsa day purpose sa OJT and unsa day ning on the job training. All right? So what about your OJT right now? What about it? No, unsay nahitabo karon or in the past few years about the OJT process nato here in USTP. So as we all know, last 22 years ago, COVID-19 officially became a pandemic, and we are forced to transition our studies from face-to-face to online interaction. So if kamo mga students nagka-problema on how to transition from from face-to-face classes to online and virtual classes, how much more ang ato ang mga workers all around the globe that they also have to transition from working on site to working from home. di ba? And naa ilahang mga machines dadto sa planta, naa ang ilahang mga equipments dadto. So it was really a big adjustment for everyone once the COVID-19 really became a worldwide pandemic. And this includes the OJT process. So last 2 years, no, your seniors, ang inyong mga seniors lugar, mga those ahead of you, were not fortunate enough to have their OJTs face to face. No, most of them had their OJT virtually. Some companies didn't even accept OJTs, no, murag na halt gyud siya, and that is why CHED mandated that instead, like especially for the College of Arts and Sciences, that instead of being employed, no, to a company para maka practicum gyapon sila, they have to attend a series of webinars in line with their field, and they have to submit a case study or analysis. So dili kay siya the experiential learning because again of the pandemic. And I believe in your respective courses po do na amoy mga tagsa-tagsa na mga processes on how they did the OJT, no, or they had alternative ways on how they did their practicum last semester or previous years because of the pandemic. And I really hope I gave an orientation last few years to those who had their OJT during the pandemic, and I still told them that even if it is a new practice, it's a new system, they should see it as an opportunity to still learn, no, amidst the challenges. All right, and now kamo, as you go back, no, to the new normal, expect that kanang most of you, I saw the registration sheet, no, for our OJT orientation. So daghan na day sa inyo, a majority of you will have your OJT face to face, no. Some will have a hybrid setup of some sort, so you will have a virtual na days siguro nga work from home mo, and naamoy mga days nga mag-duty mo on site, but majority of you will have your OJT face to face. So it's really now we're slowly going back to the new normal. So with most of you going back to the face to face after years of being in a virtual setting, what can you do to fully prepare, no, to go into this new normal workplace? So this is why we're having this orientation, so that you will be able to manage your expectation and also prepare effectively as you go into the new normal, no, of the world of work. Of course, ang trabahoan po, ang workplace po ni inyong adtuan, di naanay mga sila yung mga changes because of the pandemic, and we have to be future equipped, we have to be OJT ready, we must shift our mindset to really prepare and get the most of our OJT experience. So now what can we do to level up this academic experience? This is what we'll be discussing in this part of my orientation. All right, so for this part, we'll delve into what you can do before your OJT proper. And then next, we'll talk about what is expected of you, no, during your whole duration of your OJT. And lastly, after your OJT, you're also expected to really synthesize your learning and also network, no, for your future career. So this is what we'll be talking in this part of the OJT orientation. All right. So before your OJT, of course, the first thing that you need to do is to really find a company that accepts OJT, right? And most of the time, as you do your company hunt or your job hunt, your internship hunt, employers require you to submit a resume. Now, what is this? Probably some of you who had underwent English for specific purposes, no? So in some programs, we already implemented the English for specific purposes sa ato ang College of Engineering and Architecture under Ma'am Grace, Sir Anito, Sir Gian. We also have sa COT, I believe Ma'am Grace has also implemented the ESP sa some of the COT na mga programs, no? And even in our information technology, Ma'am Ange Pizarro Monsanto already implemented ESP. So more or less, some of you already have an idea what a resume is. But for those who don't know yet what a resume is, basically, it's a document, no, it's a document that will serve as a ticket for to give you an interview or for a career opportunity. Basically, this is a ticket for you to get an interview to a company. It's basically a document, no, that provides summary of your skills, experiences, and accomplishments and personal qualification. And it's a marketing tool to sell yourself to the employers. And it's again your initial step for getting an interview. Now, even if dili pag yun ka mag-apply og trabaho, no, you're still applying for an internship, you need to prepare this because you need to submit this to the employer, no, that you will be applying, just so they will know na kani siya nga na estudyante is have this kind of background, no, has this kind of academic background that is in line with our company. So basically, this is you on paper, and this will be the first thing that they will see of you as a complete package. So it's very important that you craft your resume effectively and capturing who you are, no, as a student, what your skills are, what your experiences are, and how fit you are for the company that you are applying for in your interns, di ba? So makita nila dito ang mga HR or mga company nga gapangay og resume na kani siya si Juan kay EMT ni siya, so bagay ra ni siya dinhi sa planta because mas makasabot siya, mas ma-apply niya yung natun-an sa classroom sa actual hands-on because there is a direct fit of the program niya, yung college program, to the work setting na iyang gi-applyan for the internship. All right, so very briefly, what should be inside in your resume? So the contents in your resume should include identification, no, yung name, yung phone number, and your active email address. Next is your professional objective or career objective. Basically, this is a brief summary of your core skills as well as your career direction. So you can state in your career objective, you are, let's say, a BS in food technology, third-year student seeking for an internship in the company. No, so you in the professional objective part, this is where you indicate what you are looking for, what kind of employment you're looking for. So in this case, it will be for an internship opportunity. Next, it would be you have to indicate in your resume your education as well, the highest educational level you have attained. In your case, it would be your ongoing na college degree, diba? So you can input in your resume that you are taking up BS in chemistry at University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, started from, let's say, 2019 to present, because you are still in your third year right now or fourth year. So indicate your education attainment. All right. Part of your resume should also include the skills that you have, no, that you are also confident that you possess, and that is highly relatable to the workplace that you are having your internship. You may also add your experiences, academic experiences, if you have, no. Ayan. I just want to check if my slides are still there. Zai, can you confirm, because the blackout siya sa ako ah. Ayan. All right. So it's still there. Okay, great. So again, no, so feel free to include the experiences you have, no, during your whole college life. So it could be na apil mo sa isa ka extracurricular activity or organization and you hold a certain position. You may also include here part-time jobs, no, or volunteer work, or any special projects or trainings or seminars that you have attended during the course of your college life. All right. Next would be references. All right, list the names with the position titles and contact numbers whom the HR, no, can contact to verify information about you. In this part of your resume, you may include here, class, the guys, no, your OJT coordinator, right? Your OJT coordinator, since it kana sila, the OJT coordinator, your respective OJT coordinator will be the one nga i-communicate sa HR in case they would need information, further information about you as well as your internship. All right? So, next, what you also need to consider is your key element styles of a resume. So, in making your resume, make sure to check if it shows organization and clarity about your vital information and qualification. Choose appropriate and relevant categories that I have mentioned earlier, no? So, unsa to ang mga contents. And then, use capitalizations, italics, bolds, and indentions and underlining to emphasize an important content area or function in your resume. All right? So, tips in writing an effective resume, make sure to be brief, clear, and concise. No, since you are still not a fresh graduate, you're still a student, it is expected that your resume is as much as possible a one-pager lang and capturing your academic life so far, no, as well as your skills that is in line to your internship opportunity that you are applying for. Next is be consistent, no, experiment with the arrangement of the headlines, captions, but again, choose a layout that is appealing to the eye and organized siya tanawon. All right? Be positive as well as you start with phrases that denote positive activity in your resume. Kani, be honest. Be honest when you capture your skills, no, sa inyong resume, and make sure nga kung pangutanon mo ani sa interview, you are able to justify the skill that you have placed in your resume. And also be careful once you submit it, double check it, triple check it for any typographical errors or mistakes in grammar, no, spelling or punctuation. If you like, we also offer resume critiquing, no, so you can send to us in our email if you want us to check your resume. Would be happy to help you with that, no, for you to be able to really check nga okay, wala na ko'y typographical error and this document is ready to be sent to our employers na inyong applyan. And lastly, be neat. If your employer would require you to submit a hard copy, make sure to print your resume in a high quality paper and make sure na dili sad siya magkumot, 'di ba? Put it inside an envelope and submit it nga neat and clean to your employer. All right? In making as well the resume, no, the Career Center has developed a system that you can use in the creation of your personal resume. So it is called the USTP link. So after my talk this morning, no, we will be showing to you a USTP link video guide so you can visit and create and generate your resume, which you can use in your OJT application. So later on, ipakita namo ang USTP link video guide para maka-adto mo sa website, no, na amo ang gi-develop sa Career Center para maka-generate mo og personal resume. All right? So moving forward, after you have prepared your resume, after you prepared your document, the next thing that you need to prepare is yourself for a possible job interview. Now, uban company that they will just directly accept no OJTs maski dili na mag-undergo og job interview, but some companies, most of the companies, they would really require their intern nga applicants to undergo a basic job interview. So these are just tips, no, on how you can prepare. First and foremost, be on time, whether that's virtual or face-to-face interview. Kung mag-ingon ang kumpanya nga dapat naa ka dito by 9:30 a.m., then be there by 9 o'clock so that you can still prepare. Kung kulbaan pa ka, you can relax, no? Di na ka magpanic, di na ka mapraning because you're already there in the workplace and all you need to do is to calm yourself and prepare mentally for the interview. Next is also dress appropriately. So whether again that's virtual or face-to-face, you must dress appropriately for the scheduled job interview. Next thing you also need to prepare, no, as you prepare for your job interview is you anticipate the questions, no? Since you are an intern, ang mga questions ana is really more of getting to know you, no? Your personal background, your strengths and your weaknesses, as well as your expectation sa imuhang whole OJT. So right now, no, if you still are in the process of application and if na mo'y scheduled interview with your employer where you will be having your OJT, anticipate already what you will answer, no? If pangutanon mo, what is your top skills, or what are your strengths, and what are the skills that you need to improve on, or what is your expectation in your OJT, what are you looking forward to learning from your OJT experience. It's really more on getting to know and seeing what is your expectation and how aligned it is to the work setting that you will be immersed in. All right. um what else you need to prepare during a job interview? Your effective communication skills. So beforehand, research the company that you are applying for and anticipate the interview questions. Make sure that when you answer the question, it is related to the company that you are applying for. All right, because again, in looking for a job, in looking for a career opportunities, it's really more on finding the right match between your competencies, your skill set, and what the company is also looking for. So make sure to research about the company and get to know more about what the company is all about kung asa man gani mo mag-intern or mag-practicum. Next is test your technology and space. So make sure to test your technology. If you will have a scheduled virtual interview, make sure that your data is strong, you're in a place nga kusog ang data connection, and then your laptop is okay, your camera is okay. Test your tech and your space, and then listen carefully. This goes during virtual na interview as well as face-to-face. Listen carefully to the questions of your interviewer as well as what they have to say, no, para we are on the same page with them. All right? So don't be shy to ask for clarifications if you did not hear the question the first time, or if you do not understand the question at all. Kaysa naman mutubag ka sa pangutana nga dili day mao sa iyang gipangayo, 'di ba? So if na kay wala na dunggan, labi na kung virtual mo, no, you cannot hear what he or she has o sige giingon sa inyuhang interviewer. So make sure to really ask, can you repeat the question, ma'am, or I'm not sure if I understand the question right, can you repeat it again? So ayaw ka what you call this, ayaw ka kanang kakulba, ayaw kakulba og pangutana. All right? And then what do you call this? Be honest as well. Be honest and be prepared to back up answers with solid experience. So if you are going to answer a question, make sure to be honest and make sure that you are humble enough and you have a justified na backup story with regards to your answer sa pangutana sa atong interviewer. Ang kaligid ani guys, be honest with your experiences. It's okay if wala ka atong gipangita nila, but you can say that you're willing to learn, or that you are excited to learn this during your OJT. Basta the bottom line is be honest. All right? Next is speak clearly. So make sure to slow down, no? Tendency is kung kulbaan ta, paspas na kay ta musturya, but on that event, make sure to calm down first so that you'll be able to speak slowly and clearly. Next is establish eye contact, no? Establish eye contact, and then display a positive disposition, and of course smile, no? Kanisha again guys, the interviewer is really just more on getting to know you and seeing your fit in the company. So don't be too hard on yourself nga kulbaan na kaayo ka that it will overpower your confidence. Relax and display a positive disposition, and then smile so that you will be able to build your rapport effectively. All right? Now, once you are already inside, once you already got in, no, you're already accepted as an intern in the company that you're applying for. What are the expectations of you as a Trailblazer practicumer? So we have what we call this, no, the OJT code of conduct, or the behaviors that is expected from you guys know who will be having your internship outside the halls of USTP. So first and foremost, as during pa lang your application and endorsement process, represent USTP in a professional manner at all times during the application and endorsement process. So as you know, you will be going to the company and they will be telling you that you need to prepare your MOA, you have to prepare your other documents. So by that pa lang, exude professionalism and maturity in the way you communicate to them. All right? Prepare and be familiar with the OJT requirements and documents accordingly. So make sure to jot down o sige pangayo na mga documents sa company from you. It can be endorsement letter, MOA, what else, your resume. So make sure to jot that down so that you'll be able to prepare them effectively. You may also have to take note no kung unsa man gani ang kailangan for your academic requirements. So also take note on that para maka-plan mo ahead unsaon ninyo ang inyong time, no, because it's not just about immersing yourself sa workplace. I'm sure your academic coordinators as well will also ask an output from you. So if that happens, make sure to list all the requirements that you need to do, the documents that you need to download and the like para ma-prepare na ninyo as early as now. All right? Also, during your OJT preliminaries, make sure to read the USTP student handbook, specifically chapter 11 of your USTP handbook, because naa dito atong OJT policies, which I believe and I hope that your program coordinators will also orient you on this because naay mga academic requirements included dito. Na-explain po dito ang mga grado. So hopefully, no, aside from this being oriented sa inyong OJT coordinator, this should you must also have the initiative to read it in your student handbook. All right? You must also attend the orientations conducted by the program department and the career center. So, kani you being here right now, we're grateful that you're here right now, no, watching and tuning in sa atong OJT orientation. But more so, you have to thank yourself because you are preparing yourself for your OJT. All right. And again, if your program, your department will be conducting another separate orientation to onboard you with the requirements or outputs that you need to do in fulfillment of your academic requirements, then also attend that. All right. And display full commitment to selected industry for the whole OJT opportunity. Again, guys, you are not only carrying yourself, no, but you're also carrying the USTP name, the USTP brand. So if you say that you are committed to have your internship in this company, then put your 101% commitment to that company. All right? So, during the duration of the OJT proper, be present during the company orientation and during the first day pa lang. So, kung mag-ingon nga magsugod mo sa July 4, make sure na you are present, you are on time, and make sure to be present you during the company orientation because this is the time that they will be feeding you information on how you should conduct in the workplace. During this time, we also highly encourage you to ask questions about safety practices in the workplace. No, so as well as the key people that you can communicate to if you encounter problems in the workplace. During this time, sa sugod pa lang sa inyong internship, ask already the HR or those that will be welcoming you in the company about the safety practices. Baka are there any areas that you should not go? Do they have any personal protective equipment gears that you need to wear? Because again, guys, we're now in the new normal. So naanagay mga safety and health protocols in place sa planta, no, na mas heightened karon. So make sure to ask that beforehand para everyone is safe, no, safety first yun ta. And also already ask the company representative or the HR or to anyone that will be welcoming you in your intern in the company kung kinsa ang mga tao that you need to contact or communicate if you encounter any problems in the workplace. So that is key. Yun na siya, alright? Kani, display honesty, work ethics, and trustworthiness at all times. This is very self-explanatory. Maintain confidentiality of work-related projects and personnel in your respective organization. So for sure, during the whole duration of your OJT, they will say that this is confidential. So respect and keep that confidentiality in you. All right? And then take initiative to be familiar with and follow the employer's policies and procedures. Again, you will be accepted there as a student intern, but also they will also treat you as someone a new employee per se, di ba? So be familiar na pod sa ilahang policies and procedures so that you will not be disrupting their flow kung naamang gani, because if you know unsay mga polisiya didto, you can act accordingly. All right, in the workplace. Next is familiarize and understand the respective work policies on allowable work absence and whom to notify if absent. So as much as possible unta no, in the duration of our OJT period, dili gyud ta mag-absent. No, dili gyud ta mag-absent, pero on the event that you need to be absent for, let's say gihilanat ka, make sure to ask your HR baka ha kung kinsa ka mag-inform nga mag-absent ka ana nga day, because again guys, no, during the whole summer the university expects you to be in the workplace for your OJT and OJT practicum. So make sure to notify the company representative ninyo nga mag-absent mo para ma-record po na niya, and para po they can take precautionary measures pagbalik nimo. Let's say what if gihilanat ka, nag-absent ka because you're not feeling well, and then you had a fever and simbako it can be COVID. So if you already inform them ahead of time, they can also take precautionary measures in the workplace. All right? So again, familiarize who you will be communicating in the event na mag-absent mo. All right? But we encourage you to really be present during your OJT duration. All right? Next is inform your OJT coordinator immediately for any plans of early withdrawal of OJT in your respective company to check validity of reason and for proper guidance on how to formally exit the company. So on the event that na a justifiable reason that you will withdraw your OJT from the company, before you do anything, always consult your OJT coordinator so that mag-guidean mo, no? Masuportahan mo kung unsa magani inyuhang mga decisions, and they will also be there to guide you as you formally exit the company. All right? So again, Trailblazers, if in the event during the whole duration sa inyong OJT na ay grave reason busa mo mag-withdraw sa inyong OJT, always inform your OJT coordinator of your plans. All right, so that you will be guided accordingly. Okay? Be punctual to work shift schedule and prompt when completing work assignments. So this is very self-explanatory. Ayaw ta sige ka-late no sa atong duty, sa atong internship, and if you committed to submitting an output on a certain time, make sure to be prompt in completing that work assignment. All right? Kani, again, very self-explanatory. Dress appropriately for the work environment. For those working in a plant setting, always ask your HR or those welcoming you to if naa ba sila safety gears, if naa ba sila uniform that you can use, because usually before in our company we always issue them PPEs, we always issue them a plant uniform. So ask if you have a plant uniform or a company uniform that they can lend to you, or if wala man gani, observe how their attire is, and then come in smart casual or business attire that is appropriate for the work environment where you will be having your internship. All right? Observe and adhere with any workplace commitment. So again, this is more on saying true to your word. If you say you're gonna do it, then do it. Abide by the respective company policies regarding personal use of email, mobile phone, and internet usage during work hours, especially for on-site work. Now, kani guys, there would be times no that naay times na idle ra mo sa workplace. Make sure to make this time productive. Dili lang kay, okay, wala ako ang immediate supervisor, so pwede ko magdula sa cellphone, pwede ko mag-social media, pwede ko mag-text. So, let's display professionalism in the workplace. Let's find something productive to do instead of resorting to social media or playing games or communicating with others through text in the workplace during working hours or during immersion nga hours. All right? Because again, gina-record na inyong hours, no, with the expectation that you are immersing in the job sa inyong respective workplace. All right? And then agree to find personal means of transformation to and from work. Some companies will provide shuttle buses, but some companies don't also provide. So make sure to check if you have that benefit. If wala, then plan accordingly sa imong ruta, sa imong pag-commute so that dili mo late, no? And kanang dili mo late and you are always on time sa pag-abot ninyo sa inyong workplace. Next, display adaptability and professionalism in various specific workplace situations in an efficient manner. Again, you are there as a student intern. It is expected na estudyante ba mo, but then always put your best foot forward because you never know when career opportunities arise. This is a time for you trailblazers to really step up, no, and make an impression in the world of work. Because I tell you, if you make a professional impression to the workplace that you had your intern, it would be a good plus points for you once you apply for a job in the future. All right? Be open to constructive feedback from immediate supervisor and accept evaluation and suggestions. Now, as you go into your internship, it is expected, trailblazers, that night times nga di masayop gyud ta, and that's okay because again you're also there to have experiential learning. You're still learning. But if you feel na nasayop mo, don't be too hard on yourself and always be open to constructive feedback from your immediate supervisor baka or your mentor in the workplace, because that is a valuable learning opportunity for you to get evaluation, for you to get information as to where you need to improve, no, in your skill set, in how you work, and what your learnings nga inyong matunan sa OJT, the feedback that you will get from there, no, and you will commit to work on it. It will really be a good way to really develop your skills and then display it, no, once you will mo trabaho na gid mo in the real world of work. All right? Commit to improve self-performance during the duration of the OJT. Put in mind that this is a learning opportunity, that this is a career opportunity as well. So, ano lang kita, learn and improve. Inana nga mindset, trailblazers, okay? Learn and improve. And then, enhance professional skill set and acquire new knowledge-based ideas from this experiential learning. You take advantage as well in your internship para sa inyong thesis ideas, sa inyong mga capstone projects, di ba? Because we are encouraged to find industry problems, to solve industry problems. So, you're already there in the workplace. So, if you spot something that can be good for a thesis, talk with your supervisors, pakahadit to, and get idea from them. Again, maximize your time. And do not think nga para lang ni compliance, but rather take this as a learning opportunity where you can benefit from it. All right? For any valid reasons that you cannot continue with your OJT, again, coordinate and communicate first to your OJT coordinator for proper guidance. All right? And for any valid reasons that you cannot continue with your OJT, and after you have coordinated with your OJT coordinator for the approval, ensure to personally, and I want to put also here pala, professionally communicate to the company supervisor of your or HR to your plans, and a formal written OJT termination letter signed by you and your OJT coordinator should be prepared. All right, guys, in the instance lang yun, though we highly discourage this, no, we highly discourage this na stopping in the middle of your OJT, but in the event that you will do this, again, we urge you to not communicate through Facebook, to not communicate through text, to not communicate through tawag, no? As much as possible, we face our employers the way we entered the company, through face-to-face, baka ha. And we submit to them a resignation letter or a termination letter for the OJT. So again, before any ideas or any plans on that, consult first with your OJT coordinator before doing anything, no? Because again, guys, you're not only carrying yourself, no, your personal reputation, but you're also carrying the brand of USTP. So let's be professional on how we handle things. on how we communicate our intentions to our industry partners. All right. And this one as well, no, immediately advise your OJT coordinator of any concerns with your employer. Magan, if you feel uncomfortable for any reason, do not hesitate, no, to communicate to your OJT coordinator for immediate and proper guidance to address the issue. Again, your OJT coordinators are there sa inyo to guide you as you immerse in this academic experience. So always have an open communication to them, communicate to them sa inyong mga planos, inyong mga questions, because it's better that you will get clarification from them and guidance as well. All right, so I hope I made myself clear no on what is expected sa inyo during the duration of your OJT proper. Now, upon completion of your OJT, thank your supervisor and workmates for the mentorship and guidance. If applicable, ensure to return any company-owned uniforms, instruments, tools, and the like no during the last day of your OJT. Some companies even have this clearance, so make sure to ask no how you will end your OJT. Napoy uban nga magpakaon gani. So make sure to really end your OJT in a positive note. You thank your supervisors, the people that you meet there, because these can be your networks no in the future that will help you find opportunities for yourself once you graduate from college. All right, again, if applicable, ensure to comply with the exit clearance guidelines of the company and submit all outputs as needed to comply with the academic requirement. So again, aside that you have a workload sa inyong practicum, also do not forget your academic requirements or what are the outputs needed from you from your department no that you need to submit kung naamang gani, so that you will be able to complete no and fulfill your practicum na subject for this sem. All right. So after your OJT, no, once you are already out of the company, synthesize your learning. No, make sure to take time to understand your experience by writing in a journal and or just by documenting this experience. No, if wala mo yung mga isubmit na outputs, then take time no to really be grateful sa imuhang experience that you have and keep connections. Ayan, keep connections. Again, kaning mga people that you will meet in your internship can really be a good network or connections that you may tap no in the future. You may ask them na, uy, si ma'am, once you graduate, pwede nimo sila balikan like if they have any vacancies sa company, di ba? Or if they have any other leads for any job opportunity. So again, Trailblazers, no, maximize this internship, this practicum to build networks. All right. And again, be thankful. Thank everyone in the workplace for this opportunity that you have, because again, this is a very valuable learning opportunity for you. And I just want to re-emphasize, no, guys, that being respectful in the workplace requires no talent at all. Dili ni siya no-brainer ni siya, pamatasan ni siya, no, professionalism, pamatasan ni siya, and maturity. You're already college students, di na mo senior high, so it is expected that you already have in you values. You already have in you basic courtesy and decorum. So I hope that as you go into your work respective no na mga intern na mga workplace, we carry ourselves, no, you carry yourself as a trailblazer who is dignified, no, and who is also a respectful individual, who comes to work on time, who has strong work ethics, who displays effort, who shows positive body language, energy, attitude, passion, and always having the attitude of being teachable and coachable. And you also have the initiative and you come prepared, no, as an intern, no, as someone who is taking practicum during this summer. All right, so again, dili ta mag-ghosting yun. I want to emphasize, if namoy dili ta mag-ghosting, we are not like that. USTP, our trailblazers are not like that. We always ensure that we are effective in our communication and transparent in our communication to everyone around us. All right, again, being respectful, having work ethics, basic pamatasan requires no talent at all. It should sprung from within. All right? And for the last part of my talk, what's in it for me? So how do you make this experience more meaningful? First is, of course, take this opportunity not to ask questions from the expert. So you always learn theories from your virtual classes, no, sa inyong from the for the last years nga virtual mo, you always learn sa theories. Now you have the opportunity to learn hands-on. You have the opportunity to be immersed in the work setting. So ask questions from the experts, because again, mas tiyadag you that you know this theory in the head, no? But you also know this theory as applied. All right, so ask relevant questions, because this also hones your critical thinking, which is one of our institutional graduate attributes. Again, build networks. Take this internship opportunity to build networks, no? Because I tell you, grabe ka importante ang connection. Ako, I am here in USTP because of connection. Because when I had my OJT in Manila sa una, it is through my OJT before nga nakaila ko sa ako ang boss who told me about an opportunity sa URC. And because of my work in URC as an HR, I was able to organize, no, mga recruitment sa USTP, and that's how I met my boss right now, si Ma'am Lira. So with that, no, I was able to she was able to give me leads on how to apply sa USTP, and now I am here. So grabe, do not underestimate the importance of building connections, of being kind to everyone that you will encounter, especially in this internship na experience na to. All right? Also, what's in it for you? During this internship, you will also know the work trends, and also you will also know it will help you in your career decisions or your career goals. It can be that after this internship, ma-realize nimo nga ay murag dili nako makaya nga sa kuan ko nga na ako sa food manufacturing. Murag mas gusto siguro ko nga na ako sa kana yung lab setting, 'di ba? So it will somehow help you in your career decisions and career goals, because again, you will gain a preview, no, on what it is to be working in that field. It will even increase your liking in that field. So again, take this opportunity to really immerse and allow this experience to help you and guide you in your career goals, and also be prepared for the work trends, no, that will be happening and will be practiced once you get into the real world of work. All right, and lastly, I think di pa rin ni last but second to the last, another thing that this experience will help you is that it will help you have a strong resume. So make sure that you do well in your internship, and so that you will have a lot of learnings to share during your actual job interview. During actual job interview for fresh graduates, you know, ang experience gyud nga pangutanon ana will most likely be during your OJT, your practicum, no, how you work during that time, what your learnings are during that time. So do not take this internship for granted, because it will help you create a strong resume. And lastly, no, this internship, this whole OJT experience is really developed so that you are able to hone your technical skills, your success skills, and most of all, our institutional graduate attributes. So just a very quick preview, no? You will learn most of this, no, kaning top 10 skills that companies will be looking for, no, in a fresh graduate by 2025. So you will be entering into the Industry 4.0, which is also the VUCA world of work, meaning volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Kung Bisaya pa, musulod mo sa world of work nga paspas kaayo, walay kasiguraduan, very complicated, komplikado kaayo, and most of all, pabag-o-bag-o gyud ang proseso. So what you need to do right now is really to develop resiliency, to develop grit, and also to take time to really hone these skills, no, the top 10 skills that is being presented to you, para once you graduate buhon, na nakay basic set of skills that will help you thrive in the world of work, which is the Industry 4.0. Alright? And again, most of all, kani ang atong IGA, Institutional Graduate Attribute, that will really make you tatak Trailblazer, tatak USTP. So, all the things that you have underwent in your academic life, no, from first year up until now, is really there to hone your innovative thinking, critical thinking, teamwork and collaboration, communication skills, your resilience, or kanang unsa mo kalig-on and empathy. All right? So I really hope that you believe in yourself, no, you believe in yourself that because you are now as a third year or a fourth year student of of USTP, you already possess that within you, and you believe that you can carry this out, these skills in the workplace, in your internship. All right, all you need to do is to believe in yourself and in your capabilities and your learnings that you have gathered up until now in USTP, and display this in your internship. All right, so basically that wraps up, no, the OJT orientation. Thank you so much for sitting through this OJT orientation, and I wish you well, no, in your different OJT experiences, no. I personally hope that by the end of this semester you are able to have this key takeaway, no, from your OJT or internship, no, that you are makaingon mo sa inyong kaugalingon that I'm starting to gain a good insight to how the industry works already, no, because knowledge is power, and it will make you more confident and more prepared to go into the world of work once you graduate from USTP. All right, so I hope you get to enjoy this learning experience, and I wish you well to all our trailblazers. So basically this ends my talk. I will now give the virtual floor to Zai. So thank you so much for sitting in through our OJT orientation.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. April, for that very brief and concise presentation. Now, I believe you have something
Yes.
to our viewers, the USTP link.
Yes, thank you for that, Sino. So, all right, before I leave the virtual floor, though, as mentioned earlier, we would like to showcase to you the new online tool that can help you create your resume. So, from my talk earlier, as well as from your ESP classes to those who have had ESP classes, no, you have learned about the contents and elements of a resume. So, such as your personal information, your skills, and education. So, to make your life a bit easier, the Career Center and Industry Relations Office designed the USTP link, an online tool wherein you can create your resume, download it in PDF for printing or for sending to the employer. So, you can access the USTP link at ustplink.career.ustp.edu.ph. All right, so to help you familiarize with the USTP link, we will be flashing to you a video guide that you can watch so that you will be able to learn more about this. So Techneem, kindly please play the video. Ayun. All right. So thank you so much, Tech Team. So you have just seen the video about USTP link. So we from the Career Center hope that this online tool will help you as you apply for your internship or jobs in the future, in the very near future once you graduate. So that's it. Thanks so much. Back to you, Zai.
Thank you very much once again, Miss April. And to those nga wala pa naka-catch up on the proper way of using the USTP link, you can visit our official Facebook page at USTP Career Center. No, we will be posting a video in infographic on how to maneuver the USTP link. All right, so at this point, I think mauna ning gihulat sa ato ang mga students, no? We will have our raffle draw. But before that, again, we would like to invite your parents to tune in with us because the next part of the program will be the lecture to our dear parents. All right, so for now, we will have our raffle draw and we will be selecting 5 lucky winners to get a chance to win a 100 peso worth of loan. Later in our program, we will be selecting another set of 5 lucky winners. No, so don't you worry if dili mapili inyo ang names. No, you will have your chance pa later in our program. All right. So without further ado, may I request our tech team for our roulette, and let's spin it now, tech team. Who will be our first lucky winner for this morning session? Yun, so we do hope nga naka-register ang tanan sa ato ang registration link on our comment section. That would be our basis for your names for this morning session. All right, for our first lucky winner, who would it be? For our first lucky winner, we have Mr. Justin Blake Nash Pellegrino. Again, congratulations, Mr. Justin Blake Nash Pellegrino. All right, let's move on to our second lucky winner. For those names that will be selected in our raffle draw, please do message us at our Facebook page to claim your prize. Ayun, so basi na ay kaila sa inyo kang Sir Justin, please inform him nga nakadaog siya og 100 peso worth of loan. All right, for our second winner, who would it be? We have Miss Jaisel Rose Rabuya. Again, congratulations, Miss Jaisel Rose Rabuya. For our third lucky winner, so we do hope that the lecture of Miss April, daghan mog natun-an, and you will apply, the tips on your OJT program. For our third lucky winner, we have Mr. Richard Guwasa. Congratulations, Mr. Richard Guwasa. Right, for our fourth lucky winner. And again, to those names that were selected, kindly please message us on our official Facebook page at USTP Career Center. Right, for our fourth lucky winner, we have Mr. Wilfred Lasacar. Again, congratulations, Mr. Wilfred Lasacar. Right, for our final lucky winner for our first raffle draw. Tech team, kindly please spin the roulette. Again, if inyo tong mga classmates ang na-select ng winners, please do inform them to message us on our Facebook page. And of course, please do like and follow us at USTP Career Center Facebook page for you to keep posted and updated sa ato ang mga services and programs. For our final lucky winner for this first raffle draw, we have Mr. J.R. Bonyal. Congratulations, Mr. J.R. Bonyal, and congratulations to our first 5 lucky winners. Again, as mentioned ganina, for those names that were not yet selected, please no naapay chance, naapay pag-asa later in our program because we will be selecting again another set of 5 lucky winners. All right. So to continue with our program this morning, as mentioned that this orientation is very special since we are also inviting our dear parents for our next topic, which is entitled Dear Parents of an Intern. To tackle this topic, let me introduce to you our second guest speaker. She graduated Bachelor of Science in Psychology at Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan and is a licensed psychologist. Worked at several universities from Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan and the La Salle University prior to her work experience here in USTP. A pioneer leader for the establishment of the Career Center of the university, and under her belt, the USTP Career Center was awarded as a role model career center in the country. She is currently the director of the Career Center and Industry Relations Office of USTP CDO Campus and the director for the Career Services and Government Industry Community Relations Office of the USTP system. Everyone, let's welcome Ms. Lara Faye Cotyanco de la Rama.
Hi, good morning. I don't know how if I can I be heard?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible po.
Okay, I think there's something wrong with my webcam, but I'll just share my presentation. Um, Wait, I think I have a problem with it.
All right, so while waiting for Ma'am Lira's presentation, again to all our Trailblazers tuning with us this morning, kindly please invite your parents, no, to join us for this next topic, which is for them, no, especially for them, the dear parents of an intern. So for this topic, they will be lectured on their role no as a parent since you, our dear Trailblazers, will be undergoing your OJT program. So what are their roles no? Especially no ang support from the family, and that will be tackled of course by Ma'am Lira. So kindly please inform your parents to tune in with us this morning session. All right, thank you po.
Again, good morning, everyone. I'm sorry. I think there's something wrong with my laptop that I can't share my screen. And also, there's something wrong with my camera. So this is my first time actually to be using the StreamYard. So I'm very sorry with that. But somebody will share the screens, my presentation on screen, so I can just go through it. So good morning, parents. This orientation is really made for you because we want you to give support to your children, to your kids who will be having their OJT orientation this coming summer. So we want you to be involved with this orientation so that you will know on what areas that we can also support you, and at the same time we can work together with your kids to support their programs in OJT. So I'll just wait for the presentation to be seen on screen. Okay, so I think we would like to orient also the parents about what a career center is. Career Center has been with the university, and it's a project with USA Stride for 8 years already. So the goal of the Career Center is to help the students realize the career goals. No, one of the mission and vision of the Career Center is to guide the students in identifying career opportunities that will match to the skills, interests, personality, and values of the students, leading to meaningful and purposeful contributions to the global industry, assuring that our USTP graduates are really industry fit and world of work ready. So we want our students to be career ready in the future. So that's the goal, that's the mission of the Career Center. Next slide. So these are our services. One is the self-discovery and exploring careers. We have the e-career advising. So if our kids have problems as to what career to choose or what program to pursue, no, in college, we can give career advising. Another is the we also have, if they are much more comfortable talking with peers, no, rather than with us adults, so they can also opt for career peer assistants. So we have peer assistants in the office that they can go to and ask for help. Okay. Another service is the Success Lifelong Learning Series. We have the under the Success Lifelong Learning Series is the Career Skills and Life Talks. So these are career talks actually. Everything about the career, about how to improve their self-confidence. So we can have those orientation to the students. And also this one, OJT Orientation. This is also one of the activities under career skills. Another is the Career Success and Development Program. This is a 3-tier program from first year to third year. For first year, we give somewhat a modular approach, no, to first year in terms of their readiness for college. And then for second year, we also guide the students on how to make career decisions. And for third year or fourth year, we have the ESP, the English for Specific Purpose, wherein we have this, again, a modular approach on how to communicate well, how to express well to the industry in the language of their own program. So if, example, they're an engineer, in the language of engineer, they can really express their thoughts, no, to the industry. So that's the ESP all about. The third service is the informational. We have Pop Your Career. So in the activities in the universities, like Week of Welcome, or we have also like intramurals. So the Career Center is there to give awareness of the services that we offer for the students. And we are also, you can also see us on the FB page and website. The fourth service is the job search programming. This is merely about the services of the Career Center in terms of helping the students find careers. So we do conduct job fairs, and we call that one Career Engage, virtually and also face-to-face. And the reverse career fair. Reverse career fair is, by the term itself, reverse. So students can pitch their research ideas, and then the industries can listen to the ideas of the students, and they can also like they can be like a potential partner for business, no, for the reverse career fair. So the next is the networking night. Networking night is a service that we give to student leaders, because they are the best, no, and of the best students of the university. So we want to give them the edge to be hired by potential employers. So that's the networking night. The fifth, you have the service on employer relations. Employer relations, it's about partnership with different industries and companies. So we do meetups, and at the same time we connect with them so that we market to the employers, our students for OJT, our faculty for faculty immersion. We also partner with industries in terms of research. We partner with them and encourage them also to have simulation laboratories to be put up here in our university. So those are some of the engagements that we do give to the companies. No, those are the engagements that we offer, the university can offer to the industries. And the alumni networking, alumni is it's a service of the career center, of course, to the alumni. We have this engagement with them, and also we have the service for enrichment, like we invite an alumni to talk about their success in their careers, their struggles in their careers, their life as a professional. And then we these talks from the alumni helps encourage our students to also look forward to become professionals someday. And also the graduate tracer survey. um, it's very important to trace our graduates, so that the university can have an evaluation of the academic programs and what are the industry needs, no, in terms of um, the skills that the industry needs. So we have to trace our graduate for us, also the university, to improve on the services and at the same time the academic programs. Next. So since as mentioned, no, we do offer the service about skills trainings to our student. That's why we do conduct annually this OJT orientation. So we give this orientation to students before they're going to take their OJT, for them to have an idea. Okay, so what are the things to prepare for before the OJT? And we found out over the years that I think it's also important that parents should play a role once their kids are already going out, trying out the fields that they have to the work, no, the fields from the program that they are going to for training. Okay, so it's very important to partner with parents, because we know for the fact that um, it's supposed to be a partnership with the home and the school. It plays an important role for the success of the student, and at the same time their child or their kids to be successful in their career someday. So that's why this OJT orientation, we included the parents to be part of it. Next slide. So there are ways to help your kids during their OJT. Okay, these are the ways that we suggest and recommend. Next slide, please. Okay, so here are some of the benefits of the students if they are going for OJT. One is it will help them understand their skills. So of course, if they're just in the university, if they're just taught of the academic programs, it's the application is really limited. So once they're already out in their field, in their career, once they're already out in the industry, so they can really apply their skills, and at the same time they can also apply what they have learned, no? So that's the next benefit. They gain industry knowledge. So it's really important that they also have the knowledge of what it is to be in the industry. They can apply what they learn in school, and they have this application once they're already deployed in the industry. The third is they build networks, no? So they can connect with different industries. and they will meet people, they will meet professionals, so their supervisors, or they may meet also peers in the industry, which really which also will help them build their personality, help them also on how to relate with others, no interaction with others, and it also builds their self-confidence and also their self-esteem. And the fourth one is the possibility to be hired. Of course, if they're doing well in their OJT, if they are performing well in their OJT, and they can be an asset already, and the supervisor or the industry will have the idea that uh, this particular trainee is already potential to be hired. So next slide. But there are things that we have to take into consideration, that we have to be careful of, and we also have to take note of once our kids are already deployed or are already working in the industry as an OJT. So here are some. Contact a potential employer on your child's behalf, even if you know that the person. So we all know that as parents, we really wanted our kids to be in place na maayo pud ang ilang position sa kuan, no, sa industry. And there are really times that our kids already have the difficulty where to look for work. And sometimes as parents, our instinct is really to help them, no? So that's all right. But we would like to suggest not really to contact, that we as parents will be the one to contact the employer, even if it's our friend, no? We will really give our kids the chance that they will be the one to have that experience, to be really the one to communicate directly with the employer, to be really the one to apply to the employer or to a certain industry, so that they can really have the first-hand experience rather than giving it out to them in a very kanang easy way. So it's not that we want our kids to suffer. No, it's not that. But we want them to also feel how it is to really apply, to have the first-hand experience, so that they will really know on what to do, rather than giving them the kanang murag ato lang dito gilimit ang ilang chance that they will not be able to have that kind of experience. Second is attend the job interview with your child. So listen po kung ubanan yun nato sila all the way, no? Na even during the interview, you have to sit with them. Even if, again, kaila nato, best friend nato ang taga-industry, as much as we want to, siguro as parents, no, we have to take note that they're already 20 or 21 years old. So we also have to teach them to be independent. So we would like them to have that kind of experience that they will really apply on their own, so that in the end, when they will be interviewed and they will be accepted, they will really feel that this is my own achievement. The third is make phone calls or send text messages on your child's behalf. So sometimes, no, na we would really want that kanang plastado ang pagka-communicate sa atong mga anak towards the industry. So we would want na kita ang mo text on their behalf. We would like to suggest that please do not do that. Let your kids communicate personally in confirming interviews. Let them gather the important information and other vital communication to the company, because this is also a good training for them once they're already employed. So once they are really trained on what to do, and then when they are employed and they encounter problems, they know how to attack the problem. They will know how to solve the problem because they have that experience already. What to do? There's a certain kanang problema, they know what to do. So because they have the experience during their OJT. And the fourth one, forget that this is your child's challenge. There are important and life lessons to be learned from this practicum. So allow your child to experience new things and learn. So as what I have mentioned, of course, I know that they will really, there might be times that there are difficulties or struggles if they are already in their OJT training. So we have to let them be, let them solve, let them tackle the problem, and let them find solutions to their problem, because this is a learning experience. This is the application. So from what they have learned, in school. So let them take that life lessons on their own. Okay, next. And here are some of the things that we would like to recommend, that we will give to our kids once they're already in their OJT. One is, we share leads about internship opportunities, but let your child apply on those that are interesting to them. Again, we have to remember that our kids have their own minds. Our kids have their own interests. Our kids have their own unique personalities. What we can do as parents is just to guide them, to lead them of the different opportunities that that is potential for them, But we have to always remember that it should be the choice of our kids, not our own. Even if sometimes we think, as parents, that it might not be the good choice in terms of career. All we can do as parents is just to lead them, is to show to them the different opportunity. And at the end of the day, it should be the choice of our kids. Second, remind your child to plan ahead, and be mindful on their academic requirements and other important things that needs to be done. As parents, it's really our role to always remind them. It's our role to guide them. Diha lang yun sad ang atong role. But the choice, again, as I've said, is from our kids. So we just have to remind them that these are the things that you have to take into consideration once you're already a trainee, an OJT trainee. So as parents, we have to tell our kids that, okay, you have to plan ahead. If this is the track that you would like to take in your training, is this the one that you would also like to pursue as your career? So those are just the things that we can do as parents, We help them, we remind them to plan ahead and be mindful, that also to be mindful of the academic requirements. It's important as parents that we have to know that there are certain prerequisites, to be done before they can graduate. Certain prerequisites to be done that are really important in their career. So as parents, it's also our role to remind them, most especially if our kids makalimot na sila na those are the things that I have to do. Those are the things that that should be done before I can be successful in my career. The third is, help your child set realistic expectations about the practicum and understand the realities about being on the job. Now, there are really things that our kids have to prepare once they're already on practicum or they're already a trainee, they're OJT. And we have to help them, we have to remind them to have these kinds of expectations, that it's really different from the classroom. In the classroom, it's so safe, because it's about theories. and they're just dealing with their professors. But in the real world, it's different. They will be dealing with different personalities, their bosses, their peers, their supervisors. So we have to help them set those realistic expectations. They might be expecting that they'll be working in an air-conditioned room. But then in the reality, once they're already there in the field, they will realize na, ay, permi man day ko ikuan sa init. Permi man day ko ipa-field. And they would go home and they will say, I don't like my training because I'm not working in an office. I was kind of thinking that I'll be working in an office as a supervisor. So this is the time that we have to sit down with them and give them the realistic expectations that this is really the real setting, and then we have to let them understand the realities that they need to adjust. They have to be flexible in the real world, and they have to really understand the different scenarios once they're already working. So I think this is the big role as parents, that to always guide our kids and also to remind them to be flexible with life. The fourth is to talk to your child about professional expectations, work ethics, basic workplace behavior, and courtesy. We always have to remind our kids that it's different, well, if you're already a professional. So that means to say they have to have that certain demeanor that's really courtesy, and that's really respect, no, in the workplace. We have to constantly remind them, kay usahay makalimot na sila because they are just comfortable in the classroom, that sometimes they might forget the basic work ethics and then the courtesy in the workplace. So we have to remind them that they have to behave professionally, and it's kind of different as a student and as a professional. Meaning to say, even texting the supervisor late at night, that's a no-no in work ethics. To be late in coming to work, that's also a no-no. Another one is to kanang insubordination. So magtubag-tubag sila because they just want to express their ideas. So as parents, we have to remind them that these are the work ethics that we have to practice, and we have to behave well in our workplace, and we have to be professional. Fifth one is to continue to provide support, and then simply being there to them, to understand them, to listen to them. That can be your most valuable support. So if we listen to our kids and at the same time we understand what they truly feel, then we can, I personally, I believe that we can guide them and give them, and that's the most I think big support that we can give to our kids once they're already in practicum. There might be experiences that our students will undergo that is really good. It's a good experience, and that's fine. But there might be some experiences that they will encounter that they really need your listening ear and your understanding. And I think that's why this orientation is all about giving support to our kids once already they are undergoing their OJT. Next slide. So we have this saying, be involved. As parents, no, be involved. We have to be involved because we are parents, and art magita sa ilang kinabuhi, no? But we should not be in control. Okay? We should not be in control of everything. We should let them be who they are. Advice, give advices to them, give support, give guidance to them on what to do, but not decide. At the end of the day, let them decide because it's their life, no? And we are talking about their career, their choice. So let them decide on what to do. Give support, okay? So we have to listen to them, we understand them. That's being supportive. And also giving consideration, no? Like they're at home, they cannot do much household chores at home because they're on OJT. Give them that support, okay? But do not dominate. Meaning to say, kita na magbuot as parents. Do not dominate. Because again, always remember, we have to remember that that is their life. And then, so they have their own decision and they have their own interest. And again, they are unique in a way, so we have to respect that. So we just, all we can do is to give them the support. And the last slide, I think this is the last slide. Okay, so that ends my presentation. If you have some questions, I'll be willing to answer them.
All right, thank you very much for that very insightful talk, Ma'am Lira. Indeed, the role of the parent is really vital po, no, in the career journey of our students. So we do hope that our parents get the chance to tune in with us this morning. And at this point, we encourage at this point, no, Ma'am Lira, any final words po or tips for the parents po?
For those parents who are listening, I'd just like to give them also the encouragement to support their kids once they're already in their OJT. And I know that this is a new experience for their kids, and some might have good experiences while others might have some bad experiences, no? But I don't think that these bad experiences will not also like help the kids in their personality development, help them mature in life, especially in their choices in their career. I'm also a parent, and as much as we really wanted that the future of our kids are already in place, no, that's really the goal of the parents. I mean, every parent always have that kind of goal or that kind of expectation, or that's what a parent really wanted, no, to have their kids to be in place, especially in their careers. But we also have to let them take the time to have that kind of experience, to explore on their career, because it's their life and it's what they really wanted, no, to become. So we have to let them to let them have that kind of experience, so that they will also will not have any regrets, no, in times that when they look back, they will not have any regrets at all, because it's not their parents who decides, but it's really them who decides for their life and for their career. And another thing is that as parents, we want, in the career center, we wanted the parents to let them know that there is a career center in USTP that will help your kids in their career goals, that will help your kids in their career decision. So we're just here. So if you need support, if you also need our advices, if you want us to give advice to your students or to your kids rather, so the career center is always ready. And the third being professional, that means to say it's not just limited to employment. We have two career paths in the university, employment, and now we want to open this path of being an entrepreneur. So for your kids, if they also wanted to put up their own business, so that's all right, that's fine. Because sometimes our notion is that manrabaho gyud, pag graduate ang bata, manrabaho gyud. So if your kids really wanted to become entrepreneur, they want to become businessman or businesswoman, we also have that kind of path in the Career Center. We have the CDO bites to mentor your students, okay, to mentor your kids if they want to become an entrepreneur. So I guess that's it. And I'm sorry that I cannot open my camera. I don't know with my something's wrong with my laptop. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Ma'am Lyra po. And thank you to our dear parents for your time and tuning with us this morning. No, as mentioned by Ma'am Lyra, we the Career Center exists po no to help your child, your children, to help them and guide them in realizing their career goals. All right, so at this point, we will once again have our raffle draw. So I believe our attendees for this morning session have already registered on our registration link found in our comment section. All right, so tech team, can we have our roleta? Ayun. So for those names that will be selected, kindly please message us on our official Facebook page at USTP Career Center. All right, tech team, can you spin? Already, ayun. So again, thank you very much to our dear parents who are with us this morning. We really do hope that we were able to enlighten you po, no, that your children are safe in the USTP. All right, for our first winner, we have Mr. Daniel Ezekiel Inson. Congratulations, Mr. Daniel. For our second lucky winner, tech team, please kindly spin the roulette. All right, now for our dear students, please do like and follow us on our official Facebook page at USTP Career Center. For our second winner, we have Mr. Jeriel Servando. Again, our second winner is Jeriel Servando. For those friends, no, sa ato ang mga lucky winners, kindly please inform them to message us on our Facebook page. Ayun. So katong ganina nga wala pa naka-follow sa ato ang USTP link, no, please do visit us sa ato ang Facebook na ada to ang infographics on how to use and maneuver our USTP link. For our third lucky winner, we have Mr. John Christian Ginoo. Again, our third lucky winner is Mr. John Christian Ginoo. Congratulations. Let's move on to our fourth lucky winner. For our fourth lucky winner, who would it be? For our fourth lucky winner, we have Mr. Homzel Lebanta. Again, our fourth lucky winner is Homzel Lebanta. Congratulations. All right, for our last winner for this OJT orientation session, thank you very much to all who tuned in with us. For our last winner, we have Miss Joyce Dime. Again, for our last winner for this morning session, we have Miss Joyce Dime. Thank you very much, tech team, and thank you very much to those who participated. Again, for those names that were selected, kindly please drop in a message with us on our official Facebook page at USTP Career Center. At this juncture, we would like to ask our dear students to kindly fill out our evaluation form pinned in our chat box. This is also for us to serve you better. Again, for our dear students, kindly please fill out our evaluation form found in our comment section. So to wrap up this morning session, we had our OJT orientation. I hope you, our dear trailblazers, have learned a lot to help you make the most of your practicum. As what Ma'am April said earlier, make sure to prepare your mindset as you start your practicum immersion. Prepare the necessary tools such as your resume and put your best foot forward during the internship job interviews. Also, put into heart the code of conduct throughout your OJT. Be professional and show to the world of work how it is to become a trailblazer who knows how to manage oneself in this vital academic requirement. Also, be open to this new experience, learn from it, and most of all, have fun. Earlier as well, our director, Mom Lira, gave her suggestions to our dear parents and guardians on how they can be of support to their trailblazer during their OJT experience. So to everyone, thank you very much. And that's it for our OJT orientation for mid-year. A huge gratitude to our dear parents all over the USTP system. Thank you very much for tuning with us this morning, to our students, to our Career Center coordinators across the USTP system, to our Career Center team of the Cagayan de Oro campus, to our director, Ma'am Lira, and to everyone who made this event a success. Thank you very much po. This has been Zaira saying stay safe and may God bless us all.